Hey, I'm Ronnie, and I wanted to show you guys around the garden today. So we moved into this house back in March, about mid-March, and we knew we wanted a garden. That's one of the reasons why we bought a house with a massive yard, which I will show you in a little bit. So we kind of did everything late. We had a lot going on between like moving, getting the house ready to move into. We had our wedding on May 31st to prepare for. And there was no pre-established garden at this house. So we knew we were going to have to establish something. We kind of went back and forth a lot about how we were going to start establishing the garden, and kind of decided overall that we we're going to be lazy gardeners, at least to start. So I'm going to show you the garden in a little bit. I need to water, and I can't wait to show you our little modest garden that we put together, most of which that we started from seed. There were several times we thought all of our starters were going to die. Some of them did, and we had to start over. But I'm really proud of us for what we've managed to accomplish. We did throw up a quick fence because we have a puppy and he likes to dig, and we wanted to make sure we kept him out. So we haven't got a proper gate yet, and part of the fence is sagging and we need to fix it. And so it's not perfect, but that's kind of what we're all about, is just being real with you about what things look like and what we're trying. So over the years, we hope to grow this to be a huge garden. It's going to be like really well fenced in, but I'm excited to show you guys kind of where things have started. So I'm going to give you just a little quick tour of the backyard, just so you can kind of see what we're working with. So walking out the back door, we have a really nice covered patio, which is a total mess right now, as it was when we moved in. We have a lot of work to do. Right now, it gets really wet and dirty when it rains. My wife, Ashton, is going to be installing a French drain next spring, which will hopefully help keep this from getting so wet when it rains. And we really want to clean it up, power wash it, put some furniture out here. Obviously, right now, it's just super basic and, you know, not awesome. But you can kind of see how enormous this yard is. So we have about 30 trees on our property between front and back. So that's kind of a broad view. We don't have a working hose spigot close to the garden, so we had to get 200-foot hoses and hook them together and hook them up over here. And so watering the garden is not awesome right now, but you know, it is what it is. So throughout the garden, I planted marigolds because I heard they were good to keep like pests and stuff out of the garden. So we have several different types of tomatoes. Don't ask me which kind is which because I did not mark them because I am a novice. That's a pepper plant. This pepper plant, my niece picked out, and it's actually doing really well. We've got actual peppers growing on this pepper plant, which I am very excited about. These guys are muskmelons. They're not really trellising yet. Not really weeding at this point. I mean, we do plan on it, but right now we kind of just tilled these gardens and put some compost down and started planting. Because again, like I said, we had very little time. Our Swiss chard is doing super well. Most of them anyway, so that's exciting. There is something kind of gnawing at them, but there's not really actively bugs on them. So we're not totally sure what it is, but we are happy with how much they're growing, and I do think we're going to get some that we can actually eat, which is amazing. This tomato plant's doing pretty well. All of the tomato plants are doing pretty well, honestly, and the pepper plants have kind of exploded the last week or so, which has been really cool. The muskmelons are not trellising with this trellis that we built, so we're probably going to do something different because they are like reaching for something to grab hold of, so we just need to get a bigger trellis for them. another tomato plant. And then all of these in this front part are peppers. Don't ask me what kind, because again, I didn't keep track. I think these are sweet peppers, but it's going to be a nice surprise once they actually start growing fruit, if they do. So guess we'll find out. And then our butternut squash has really exploded too, so we're pretty excited about that. Again, obviously, we need to do some weeding, but in lazy gardening, weeding is not the priority. So this tomato plant is not doing too hot. You can it's not as upright as the other ones. Stem's not as thick. And this one I thought was going to die, but it seems to be kind of coming back to life. So we'll see what happens with that guy. So yeah, that's all we planted this year. Again, I'm pretty pleased with the progress that we made, considering we just moved in here and have no experience gardening, at least very little. We've watched a lot of YouTube, but that's pretty much it. And then we'll see. So I'm just going to get some watering done. We're in northern Indiana. We've had a lot of 90-degree days, 90+ degree days, and everything is just drying out really fast. So typically I would water in the morning, first thing, or in the evening after the sun starts to go down, but we forgot. So I'm going to water now and hope that maybe it rains later and also helps, because we are potentially supposed to get a little rain. So I guess we'll see.